take actions against NBP. And we showed her several pictures ng mga kubol and yung mga leak diagrams na na-create ho namin together with the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Dahil nag-uusap na po kami ni General Kakdak during that time. In one particular meeting, nagalit ho siya. Galit na galit siya nung nakita niya yung picture ng kubol ni Kulangko at gusto na niyang sugurin yung kubol ni Kulangko. Mabuti na lang, he was prevented by Director Mendez. Sabi ni Director Mendez, "Ma'am, compromise po yung ating operation." So in short po, ang napag-usapan po namin during that meeting was to, come up with a joint planning session. So we had 4 very discrete planning sessions in PIDEA. Dahil nga napag-usapan ho namin during that meeting with na sinabi ko po na, "Ma'am, if I would recommend that PIDEA being the lead agency should head the planning session." So doon po kami nagkaroon ng planning session sa Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. 4 times po kami nag-meeting doon. Very, very discrete planning session. That was about almost every week kami nagpa-planning session. In one particular planning session, dahil kailangan na po na maimbita na po namin si General Bukayo, because initially, napag-usapan po namin nila Secretary De Lima na wag munang isama po si General Bukayo, who was then the head of the NBP, Bucor. But there was a time na sinabi ko kay Secretary, "Ma'am, I need to invite General Bukayo kasi kailangan ho namin yung cooperation niya rito sa aming plano." So pagka-imbita ho namin kay General Bukayo, General Bukayo manifested na kung pwede, wag sabi niya, "Benji, mahihirapan kayo dyan." Ang dami ho niya binanggit na mga negative na mga manifestations. But nevertheless, we prevailed. Sabi ko, "Sir, itutuloy namin ito. Tutuloy namin ito." So again, natapos na ho namin yung planning session na yon, nagpatawag huli ng Secretary De Lima at binanggit nga ho namin sa kanya, ito na po yung progress nung planning session. And it will now be a joint letter of instruction. Ang problema ho ngayon is General Kakdak, sabi ho niya na ayaw na niya maging ground commander. Si General Bukayo ayaw din ho mag-ground commander. So sabi ko, "Ma'am, to be the ground commander, I am volunteering to become the ground commander." Sige Benji, pag-uusapan namin. And at the same time, pagbalik ko po sa Kamkrame, in one particular meeting with the former Secretary of the Interior and Local Government, Secretary Rojas, nabanggit ko po sa kanya na there is an ongoing para po doon sa isang malaking operation sa NBP. And it will be a joint letter of instruction that will be signed by the former SILG and the former SOJ. So naghihintay po kami ng next na patawag. But sometime in September po, nagpunta po sa office ko. 2014, sir. 2014, Your Honor. Mr. Chair. September 2014, nagpunta po si General Bukayo at si General Villasanta, who is then the head of the PAO. At kinausap po ako sa aking office sa CIDG at binanggit kung pwede, wag mong i-re-raid yung NBP. At sabi ko, bakit sir, hindi natin i-re-raid? And nakita din naman sir ang development doon sa loob. Sabi ni General Bukayo, "Benji, mamamatay ako. Delikado ako dyan." Sabi niya sa akin. So nagkaroon sir kami ng discussion, arguments. And finally sabi niya, "Benji, baka pwede sir, hindi sir ako makakapag-decide dyan. Ang pinakamagaling sir na magde-decide dyan, maayos na mag-decide dyan is the Secretary of the Justice. Kung ayaw niyong iparade. Benji, baka pwede mo ako i-set up na." Sabi ko, "Sir, boss niyo sir directly si DOJ. Bakit ako sir ang magsa-set up ng meeting?" Sabi niya, "Benji, baka pwedeng ikaw na lang mag-set up." O sige sir, ako sir magsa-set up ng meeting ninyo. So tinawagan ko sir si Secretary De Lima at sinabi ko nga na kung pwede makausap niya si General Bukayo. So after that, sir, kami naman, nagpe-prepare na sir kami. So we came up with another case operation plan. By the way, sir, yung original plan ng CIDG that was crafted in April 2014 was Case Operation Plan Cronus. We called it the Case Operation Plan Cronus. Nung implementation, nung LOI, we came up with Operation Plan Cronus to Case Operation Plan Cronus. That was already in October because we were expecting, sir, na magkakaroon na, sir, ng approval nung LOI. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited. Nalaman ko na lang po ng December, bigla na sila nagplaplano na magre-raid na sila. So tinanong ko, sir, yung PDEA kung kasali sila. Pati, sir, yung mga contact namin sa PDEA, nagtataka sila, bakit magkakaroon ng raid ng NBP na wala na kami kasama, hindi na kami kasali. So again, sir, naghihintay, sir, kami, and finally, raid, na bakit nawala na kami sa picture. And at the same time, yung Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, ang pinadala lang po sa kanila na request, K9 na lang po. So that is what happened po. That is the background of what happened during that particular, supposedly, sir, yung case operation plan, implementation of Cronus. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you for that. The floor is still with Congressman Rudy Pariñas.
I was really startled when I got this information because if I look at the affidavits of these witnesses that we have here, sasabay. Yung kabayaran pa ng as early as 2012, 2013, pagkatapos ng 2014 na hinihingan na, and then all of a sudden, pumapasok na ito si Sebastian at siya na yung nagmamando-mando doon, humihingi ng pera, and then nagka-raid ng December 14, wala na itong planners, na sa kanila nag-umpisa itong plano, wala na, nilipat yung iba, naiwan yung si Sebastian doon at namayagpag palalo doon. So, yun ang mga parang nakikita ngayon, but we will follow this. And do you still have something to add, Director? Baka relevant dito or record po, ito po yung Director Magalong na nag-imbestiga sa Mama Sapano. Kung makita niyo po yung medalya niya, wala kayong makitang opisyal na ganyang kadaming medalya, parang condominium sa taas po ng kanyang medalya. He is the most senior PNP officer.
The best one.
Please, Director. Yung Director po is 2-star general po sa pulis yan.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor,
please,
I forgot to mention that the concept of the operation was that, kung napapansin nyo, yung NBP was actually divided into 2 cells. 4 sectors. Pero yung 2 sector, carcel, yung 2 sector, presidio. The concept of operation is that CIDG, together with select members of NCRPO, will raid carcel side, yung kay Kulangko, and NBI will raid presidio, yung kay Sebastian. Isa rin ho sa mga proposal ko rin ho kay Secretary De Lima was then, ma'am, pagkatapos ho ng raid, kailangan po i-isolate sila. And I propose that pag nag-isolate sila, dapat ang magwagwardya Special Action Force. Benji, saan natin dadalhin? Ma'am, nabanggit ho sa akin na mga taga-kilala ho namin sa NBP, sa Bucor, na pwede either sa Palawan o kaya sa Zamboanga. Pero hindi pa maayos yung mga facility doon. Pero meron akong 12 million sabi niya sa akin. 12 million. Ma'am, baka pwedeng gamitin natin doon sa pag-ayos ng facility na yon. Para pag in-isolate na natin sila, talagang kaya na natin i-isolate. O tama, sabi niya. But unfortunately, nagulat na lang ako when they finished the raid na hindi na kami kasali, dinala sa NBI, hindi na nagamit yung napag-usapan sa area. So kami po talaga to be honest with you, kami po ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency talagang masama po talaga ang loob po namin doon.
Mr. Chair,
Maraming salamat. Before that, baka gusto ko lang kasi si Romy, si Congressman Acop, nandiyan pa ba? Satisfied ka na ba dun sa tanong mo na nandiyan si Director Magalong? Nasagot ba yung mga katanungan sa iyong kaisipan?
Mr. Chairman, I'll give the rest to Director Romy Acop.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. My sponsorship speech was, part of it was taken from the information that we have had insofar as the situation in the may I ask Director Magalong or Director Magalong, if it's true that before you conducted these operations, your surveillance activities point to the fact that most of the uniformed personnel involved in drugs would report to the National BILIBID.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, totoo po yan. Karamihan po ng mga activities po ng mga ating mga law enforcers, lalo na po yung involved dun sa mga malalaking seizure, nakikita po namin na connect dun sa loob po ng National BILIBID Prison.
And it is because of this reason that the CIDG thought of coming up with an operations plan so that you can, go after these operations in the NBP.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And may I know who were the persons from the different agencies who were invited during the initial planning of what you call COPLAN Cronus?
Sir, Case Operation Plan Cronus was crafted purely for CIDG. The concept was that to gather more information, case build-up, and operational research before we present this to before we come up with the joint planning session with the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and the National Bureau of Investigation, Your Honor.
excuse me. How do you spell Chromos? Yung O-plan na yan.
Your Honor, it is spelled C-R-O-N-U-S.
Kronos.
Cronus po.
Go ahead.
Please proceed.
C-R-O-N-U-S, Your
Congressman
Honor.
Acop.
Benji, while I was still in the service, there's a reason why we call such operations as Cronus. Is there a reason why you chose the name Cronus?
Sir, kung in most cases, sir, yung ating mga tinatawag kasi, sir, kung Tagalog, galugad, yung mga bakal o plan bakal, masyadong obvious. Sobrang obvious, sir, yun na kung ano yung intention o kaya ano, sir, yung target. So we came up with one word na medyo, sir, deceiving. Para hindi, sir, kagad may connect, sir, sa aming plano dun sa National Bureau, ay sana sa NBP.
At the outset of your COPLAN Cronus, when you decided to involve other agencies of government, there were 4 major agencies that you involved. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
And which are these agencies?
Your Honor, we have the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency under General Arturo Cacdac, the National Bureau of Investigation under former Director Mendez, of course, the Philippine Drug Enforcement represented by the CIDG, and the ISAF, unfortunately, was then represented by Colonel Marcelino, Your Honor, and of course, the Department of Justice, Your Honor.
But in your planning, I believe General Ano was the ISAF head. Ano? Did he attend the meeting?
I don't remember, Your Honor. Pero nag-uusap po kami ni Ed Anyo, Your Honor. Nag-uusap po kami ni Ed Anyo.
How many meetings did these agencies concerned were conducted before you came up with your final SOI?
Your Honor, with the Secretary, may dalawang meeting. Doon sa joint planning session, we have about 4 meetings, Your Honor, at the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency.
And after this co-plan was aborted or not taken into consideration by the former Secretary of Justice, did you ever have the occasion to ask the former SOJ why this plan was aborted when in fact from the very start she was aware of this conducted?
Your Honor, pagkatapos po naming natapos yung LOI, after we finish one top-level meeting, sabi niya is, I will sign it jointly with the Secretary of the Interior Local Government because it will be a joint LOI. After that po, in a few occasions, we meet particular event. Lagi ko po pinatanong sa kanya, ma'am, paano po yung ating operation? Kung wala po talagang tatayo, ako na po ang magiging ground commander. Sabi niya, hintay ka lang, Benji. Hintay ka lang, Benji.
Kong Akop, please wind up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
You mentioned the name of General Frank Bucayo, General Villasanta. Both of them are classmates. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama. And the raid conducted after your plan was aborted, sino-sino po kaya yung mga matataas na tao na nagplano nun, if you know, Director Magalong?
When you're referring to the, if you're referring to the December raid, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, ang alam ko po, to my person, ang involved po doon sa planning nila is General Bucayo, General Villasanta, of course the SOJ was there, probably a representative from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency because their K9 was involved, yung NCRPO was involved, and General Garbo, Your Honor.
Last question.
Please
Mr.
continue.
Chair. Ano po yung main force na ginamit sa operation na ito?
Your Honor, yung main force na ginamit po is NCRPO, Your Honor.
And
Action Force, Your Honor.
General Garbo, General Villasanta, and General Bucayo are all classmates.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Mr. Chair. Mr.
Kong
Chair.
Akop. Just to clarify, this was the only reason why we recognized Congressman Akop. He posited this question last night and nobody could answer, and so we had to come back to this just to be able to satisfy all matters that we were unable to touch last night because of nature of or the need of Director Magalong to leave because of a very important matter to attend to. So anyway,
Mr. Chair, I think before we will proceed,
Secretary Aguirre, your pleasure, please.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, napakalaki po nung ng epekto ng pahayag ni General Magalong. Alam po ba ninyo na yung pagpatransfer nung 19, nung 19 Bilibid ay December ginawa? Ito po yun para to preempt
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure the committee members have all of the documents with them, and ito po yung isa-summarize natin. Kanya siguro for the moment nandito na po yung lang natin yung and I think this will be the last witness, no, for this afternoon. So I beg the indulgence of the members na if we can already proceed to this last witness so that we can already go to the interpellations after the where we will call all of the 5 witnesses together to answer any and all interpellation of the members. So, sige po, Pidea, one last point here.
Mr. Chair, I just would like to clarify that when Director Magalong was asked agencies involved in the planning for the December 15, 2014 raid in the NBP, Your Honor, he mentioned that PIDEA was probably one of the agencies involved. I have clarified this with our office, Your Honor, and I was informed that PIDEA was not involved in the planning of the Plan Galugad conducted on December 15, 2014. PIDEA only received the request for K9 in the morning of December 15, 2014, Your Honor, on the day itself that the raid is to be conducted. For the record, Your Honor.
Pag yung magsasubmit na tayo ng report. So, is excluded.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, yung aso lang.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, this is very unfortunate kasi ang problema doon sa Bilibid Prison ay yung drugs, no? At hindi natin maintindihan kung bakit hindi kasama ang PIDEA dito. Kanya ngayon ang tinatanong ko, nung one time, tanong ko sa PIDEA, ano nangyayari sa inyo? Mando nyo ito and yet you don't know what's happening there inside. So now there is an explanation to this. But we will go back to this issue later. Period of interpellation, but for the meanwhile, let us just complete with our last witness. Sino itong witness? Mr. Tan, meron ka bang abogado? For the record, can you please stand up, Mr. Pañero? Po, yung abogado niyo po.
Mr. Chairman, Attorney Rigel Salvador from the Public Attorney's Office.
Attorney Rigel Salvador, please enter into the records. Okay, Mr. Secretary, please continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Hans Anton Tan, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Are you represented by a lawyer?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Pwede bang malaman yung pangalan ng abogado mo?
Attorney Rigel Salvador.
Attorney Rigel Salvador.
Mayroong ino-offer sa iyo ng immunity. Yung para kung anumang sasabihin mo dito sa kapulungan ito ay hindi magagamit sa iyo, laban sa iyo, saan mang kapulungan o saan mang forum. Ang kondisyon lamang po niyan ay magsasabi ka ng totoo at pawang katotohanan. Tinatanggap mo ba yung offer of immunity ng ating Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Nakakaintindi? Okay. Yan ay nasa English, naintindihan mo ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
We request for the swearing of the witness. For the witness to be sworn.
Please, Comsec.
Ako,
Sabihin po niyong pangalan niyo.
Hans Anton Tan,
Ay taos-pusong nanunumpa
ay taus-pusong nanunumpa,
na magsasabi
magsasabi
ng katotohanan
ng katotohanan,
buong katotohanan,
buong katotohanan,
at pawang katotohanan.
at pawang katotohanan namin.
Kasihan ako ng Diyos.
Kasihan ako ng Diyos.
Please continue, Mr. Secretary.
Mr.
Yes, Your Honor.
Meron akong ipapakita sa'yo
Yes, Your Honor.
na isang sworn statement.
Mr.
Na may-
Secretary, naipaliwanag na ba sa kanya yung immunity?
Opo, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Sige,
At
thank you.
tinanggap na raw po niya. May dalawang pahina, 2 pages, consisting of 2 pages. And marked as Exhibit P up to P-2B. Pwede bang basa? At sabihin ninyo sa kapulungan ito kung yan yung affidavit o sinumpang salaysay na sinasabi mo.
Yes, it is.
Sa sworn statement na yan ay merong dalawang photocopy ng pirma mo. Pumirma kang muli dun sa dalawang pirma mo sa page 1 at saka sa page 2.
Yes, Your Honor.
May we request that the 2 new signatures of the witness be marked as Exhibit 2B, 2P-2C in page 1 and Exhibit P-2D on page 2. Mr. Chair, we are offering the testimony of the witness to prove the following. That the raid conducted by the Bucor and of course by the Department of Justice happened on December 15, 14. This coincides with the testimony of Director Magalong that they were left out when they raided the Bucor on said date. To show that the high-profile inmates were transferred on that date, December 15, 2014, to give a free hand or to make J.B. Sebastian the undisputed king of drug trade in, and this happened. And this witness will also prove that there was kidnapping inside the NBP, presumably done by the NCRPO of the PNP police. That would be all, Mr. Chair, and the witness is ready.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. We now go to witness Mr. Tan. Will you please read into the records of the members and all of those who are viewed to this committee hearing the contents of your sinumpang salaysay or your sworn statement.